today started a little bit differently than anticipated. We were going to get our stuff and go for a hike this morning before we go eat at a restaurant this afternoon for lunch. However, it has been raining for probably about the last 5 hours for at least half of the night. So we have been hanging out in our tent. We're gonna get some coffee, then we'll go to lunch, and then hopefully we can still do the hike later this afternoon, but we will see how the weather goes. It still looks pretty cloudy everywhere, so we'll see. Quick update, about 2 minutes after I recorded the last video, I got a text that lunch is canceled. Aaron is just now finding out.
Oh, it's a hurricane.
I know.
That's so
I just got a text that they're canceling our lunch.
Aww.
So I have no idea what we're doing today. We did reschedule it for a couple days from now, so we're gonna, I guess this trip is gonna be about moving things around. We moved Scuba around. We're moving the lime out around. We'll see. Hopefully we can still do some hiking this afternoon. I am optimistic currently.
You know, something to do. I'll get wet if I have to.
Raining again.
Rebecca is bound and determined to try and get some bugs with one of these bug zappers that they gave us.
They deserve to be punished for attacking me.
Don't get me.
There's 2 on you.
Don't get me. Don't you? Oh, you smacked me with it.
Come on, there's 2 on you. I needed to get them.
Oh, she really wants to shock me. I know she does. It's no secret. No.
Oh wait, I'm not gonna touch you, but
Don't do it. That way.
so we had a little update or a little chat about the no-see-ums. First, I confirmed that that's what they are, they're like sand flies or sand gnats. The conditions in which they thrive are rainy and overcast, which has been the whole time so far. So it's not a wonder that we've been attacked, mostly me. And some people don't really respond that extravagantly, and other people's are like me, where they have giant welts all over their legs. Supposedly, after you have been living here for several months, your body just becomes immune to them, and you stop reacting this way.
It's just because she's so sweet whenever she's not waving that freaking weapon around.
Ready? And we're gonna try to do Salt Pond Trail with Ramhead Trail, hopefully before it starts raining again. Looks like we got a nice break, so we'll see how it goes. Some other people are not coming here, so it's okay. So we're gonna get going.
Keep it clean.
No smoking, Mama.
I don't smoke.
Make some trouble, baby. Bring the bass, we might be trouble, baby. Make some trouble, baby. You better be, feel better, better. You better be, you better be,
That's where we're going. So it looks farther than it actually is. I think it'll be quick.
make some trouble, baby.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I just have a constant state of sweat on me from the humidity.
Yeah, the humidity's pretty insane. bad.
through the jungle. It's only about 1.2 miles each way, so pretty easy. Aaron actually did it in sandals. So didn't take us too long. Let's see. From the last time Aaron said we were on the beach and it didn't look too far, it was only 20 minutes. And we stopped a couple times for views, so not too bad. I think if you're down here, it's worth it. But we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, and then we're probably gonna go back to Salt Pond because I want to get in the water.
Time to cool down in Salt Pond. It's not really a pond. It's just the beach. My Netherlands. The Netherlands.
We're completely here by ourselves.
I know. This is nice. Despite it being overcast, we are here completely by ourselves. Beautiful. The beach and my wife.
It's nice. It's a little bit cool when you first get in, but then it quickly warms up and then it's just very comfortable. So one thing that's kind of interesting about this island that I think it actually does really well is that the entire island is just covered in this super thick greenery. But there's like lots of villas, but the villas like take up just the amount of green space that they need and leave the thick greenery growing around them. So it has houses, but it still kind of preserves the greenery around it. So you can see on this actually mountain behind us, there's all the houses, but there's not a ton of trees cut out for it. It's just where the houses need to go. So.
She's so smart. So we finished up at the Salt Pond / Ramhead hike, and now we're going to take a quick drive over to Annaberg Sugar Plantation Ruins. Thank goodness for cuts, otherwise I wouldn't be looking as smooth.
We're trying to just do things today that are like hiking, maybe with a little bit of beaching, just because we're going to have several days of just beaching when we stay on the north side. So this side is more for the hiking, and if it rains, we're already kind of wet, so whatever. Basically. It's fine.
But basically, we like to try and do as much free stuff as possible to make it as affordable as possible. St. John isn't the cheapest island, so follow along if you want to see some cheap stuff. Baby goats!
It's just a baby!
Oh, okay.
Another teenager.
Okay. Come on.
We are once again the only people here. So hopefully we'll get up there, but there's not a single other person in this entire parking lot. So we're gonna go check out the sugar plantation ruins, and then there's some other ruins that are up the hill that we'll probably go to as well. So the U.S. Virgin Islands used to be inhabited by the Danish. However, around the early 1700s, they started bringing over Africans as slaves. And so that's what a lot of this Annaberg sugar plantation was essentially slave labor. So it worked as a sugar plantation through the 1700s until like the mid 1800s. One of the actual former slaves, though, George Francis, was born here, enslaved, but he was able to work his way up through the ranks to the point that he was actually able to buy the Annaberg sugar plantation in addition to another sugar plantation mill that we're going to walk to in just a little while. And he actually survived to see whenever the U.S. bought the Virgin Islands from the Dutch and was able to raise the flag on that day. So that is pretty cool. In the time that a lot of people were here, though, the slaves would actually try to escape to the British Virgin Islands because slavery had been outlawed there in the 1800s. And so everywhere out here is all the British Virgin Islands as opposed to the U.S. Virgin Islands, which did have slavery for longer. So a lot of people died or were captured trying to escape during that time period. So it's just kind of a cool piece of history. Get out of here. Okay, go. Aaron, why are your feet like that?
Because I think my sandals were a contributing factor to my stanky feet. So I washed my sandals with some soap and they're still in there. Couldn't get it all out.
Makes a sudsy sound.
Yeah, it got the sudsy walk.
Aww. We made it to the next set of ruins. We don't really have history on this one, so I might do a little voiceover with it later. We'll see how this goes. But our Airbnb host specifically said go all the way to the top of the ruins. So we still have a bit more of a ways to go. But these ones are pretty cool, especially with like the archway just overlooking the Caribbean. These ruins are over 200 years old. And they're pretty cool. I think like you can see the outline of the actual house pretty well, including these stairs, which lead up to what I imagine was like a great room with this beautiful view of all of the British Virgin Islands around it. So whoever had this property was very lucky because it's really beautiful. I can only imagine what it was like in its heyday. But we're gonna head back down, try to get these bugs to stop attacking us, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do. So here at the Annaberg Sugar Plantation, no, I'm gonna start over.
Say that again?
I don't want to say that again.
What did you say?
I hope some of those little gnats get in my sandwich so I can eat them alive the same way they ate me alive.
Ever have?
No.
Yep.
That one you talked to my back swing.
Just like cornhole.
Yeah.
You're carrying it, Erica. You're carrying it.
Don't talk in my back swing!